Thank you for coming to our closing night award ceremony for MNFF 11. My name is Caitlin Boyle. I'm the Executive Director of the Middlebury New Filmmakers Festival, as all of you know by now. I want to start with a bunch of thank yous, and I'm going to ask you to hold your applause until the end, because there are many people to thank. First, I want to thank my amazing festival colleagues, Jay Craven, Simeon Hutner, Kate Lemberg, Regan O'Brien, our incredible crew of interns, Ksenia Lebed, Graydon Hansen, Campbell Keller, our amazing crew of volunteers and all of those who provided technical support, our venue managers, our box office managers, our front of house teams, our ushers, the projectionists at all of our venues, and of course our venue partners. A huge thank you to Lisa, Aaron, Zach, Stefan, and Pete at Town Hall Theater, to Ben and Justin at the Marquee, to Jillian and May on the Middlebury College events team, and all of our supporters at Middlebury who have created such an incredible partnership between the festival and the college. I want to thank the most supportive and cheerleading nonprofit board of directors that any executive director could hope for. And I want to thank all of our sponsors and donors whose contributions of financial support, partnership, guidance, in-kind services and donations, and ideas and input take this little engine up the hill. We're going to start tonight with a recognition for our honorees. As you know, every year MNFF chooses honorees in the field to recognize at the festival, and we celebrate their work, we show their work. Sometimes we show repertory films that they have made in the past to show a cross-section of the body of their work over time. And they often present as well. This year, as you know, we had 5 honorees, 2 of whom are still here with us. I'll list all 5, and then I'll welcome the 2 that are still here tonight to the stage to accept their award. We had the New York Times White House and National Security Correspondent David E. Sanger. We had Scott McDonald, a scholar, author, and professor of cinema and media studies at Hamilton College. We welcomed Rodney Evans, fiction and documentary filmmaker. And for the 2 who are here with us, I'd like to bring to the stage Alan Nichols, actor, director, producer, screenwriter, composer, and musician, and Gary Farmer, actor, artist, musician, and activist. Gary, why don't you come to the stage first? Are you in the house, Gary? Okay, like I said, let's bring to the stage Alan Nichols. Would you like to come?
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much. We had a small but mighty crowd at Dead Ringer, my film that I did several years ago. And it was a lesson in humility, and as well, it was a lesson in community, because the people that showed up still showed up. And last night, we showed The Player, which was mightily attended, and it was equally a lesson in humility and community. It just goes to show you that there's not much difference. Thank you.
Shall we move on to our awards, Jay? Or are we waiting for Gary?
Gary shows up later. Maybe we can
Okay.
have him do something.
Sounds good. So we're going to announce all of our award-winning films tonight. And in many cases, our filmmakers have already headed back to where they came from. But in the cases where our filmmakers are still here with us, we will welcome the film teams to the stage. Filmmakers, if I didn't catch you beforehand, if you're accepting an award tonight, please come up to the stage on stage left. There's stairs there. And our team will present you with a statuette from one of our sponsors, the Vermont Teddy Bear Company. And then please come to center stage and we will give you your award certificate. These are also very special. These were made by hand-set letterpress artists Ben Pease and Candace Jensen at the Ruth Stone House in Goshen, Vermont, and they were hand calligraphied by Candace Jensen. And then when you're done, you can exit again stage left as you leave with your prize.
Should I have done that?
You're good. You're okay. We're going to begin tonight with our jury awards. Our jury awards are selected by teams of jurors who represent a range of experiences in the independent film world, from curators to veteran directors and producers, to distributors, to grant makers and programmers. Their careful deliberation has culminated in tonight's 4 juried awards. The first 3 filmmakers are not with us, so I'm going to run through them more quickly, and then we'll get to the ones where the filmmakers here. First up, Best Narrative Feature, and this prize goes to DJ Ahmet. Next, Best Narrative Short, and this prize goes to I Am a German Shepherd. Best Documentary Feature, prize goes to Natchez. And Best Documentary Short, this prize goes to Expiration Date. Please welcome Director Giles Perkins to the stage. Our documentary shorts jury also wanted to give a special jury mention to Expression of Illness, directed by Bryn Silverman. Now we'll move on to our named prizes. This series of prizes recognizes achievement in specific subject areas, and these awards come with cash prizes that are underwritten by our amazing prize givers to recognize excellence in these categories. First, the ASEF Prize for Cross-Cultural Filmmaking goes to 2 films. I'll call up our American team first. This prize goes to Love, Chaos, Kin. Please welcome to the stage Director Chitra Jairam and producer Bhavna Goparaju. Next, we're delighted to give the other ASEF Prize, which goes every year to an Indonesian filmmaker making his or her first film. Please welcome Tumpul Tampu Bolan with Crocodile Tears. We're going to pause in our named prizes for a moment because I've heard that Gary Farmer is in the house now. Please welcome to the stage Gary Farmer, MNFF 11 honoree.
Scanos juego. Negaso hayan twas. When you feel what now it goes, koidiso. That was in my Cayuga language. I simply said, hello, everybody. Is there peace in your heart? You can go, ho. Very good, very good. I also mentioned it was a beautiful, partially sunny day, but the sun's always there for us, and I thank creation for that. Thank you. Yeah, it's an honor to be up here and show you a couple of films I did, a long time ago. It's been a wonderful career and a beautiful ride as a performer, as an artist, as a thinking artist. I always, worked with a lot of young people, and, we want thinking human beings. And as a performer, if you can make somebody laugh or cry about the material you're doing, you can make them think. You move them. If we can move the people, we can make them think. And as artists, that's our role in society, is to help people look at themselves and realize this or that. There's a lot for filmmakers to do right now. There's a lot of good work and story ideas to be developed because of the situation we find ourselves. Seems like we've gone back 100 years all of a sudden. So that's an interesting motivation for young makers of stories. So thank you so much for this award. I've had a wonderful time here at the festival. It's a really interesting festival. I go to a lot of festivals, and this is really something you've developed here. So keep up the good work. Thank you. Oh.
Our next named prize is the Janine Bassinger Prize for Best Student Film. It will be presented tonight by Steve Goldschmidt.
Hi. I'm part of the Wesleyan University contingent that helped put these. Yes, go West. With no disrespect to Middlebury and the extraordinary support they give the festival. Janine Bassinger, just briefly, she began teaching film classes in 1969 at Wesleyan, and she became the professor of film studies and the Corwin Fuller Professorship. She founded the Wesleyan Cinema Archives and was instrumental in turning Wesleyan into a hub for film studies, creating a major department, eventually the College of Film and Moving Image. Her efforts made Wesleyan a respected repository for Hollywood archives, with collections from figures like Martin Scorsese, Elia Kazan, Frank Capra, and Clint Eastwood. Outside of Wesleyan, she served as a trustee emeritus of the American Film Institute and is recognized as one of the leading authorities on American film. She selected tonight's winner. She is retired and living in Brookings, South Dakota, and she asked if I would read the following comments about the extraordinary short film by Ricky Roder. Hello, Middlebury, and greetings from Brookings, South Dakota. Once again this year, it's been my pleasure to review the movies nominated for the Janine Bassinger Prize for Best Student Film. In selecting Kosher Test, a compelling and genuinely cinematic short, I find in it the elements I look for in any film of any length. It tells a story externally, but also provides a deep inner story for all its characters. It establishes with great clarity its place and its situation and draws a viewer in. We want to know what is happening, and then we want to know why it is happening, and then we end up caring deeply about it. It is a story that is resolved, but does not end, as we, like the young woman, realize how fragile and tenuous her life actually is. The acting and casting are excellent, the cutting skilled, and the cinematography appropriate to the story and each mood. This is real filmmaking, and the fact that it is touching and emotional, but still has a larger point regarding the religious and the secular, without being preachy and dull, is remarkable. In 16 minutes, an audience is taken through a clear event from one level of understanding to a deeper one. This film is a very worthy recipient of the Basinger Prize, or for many other kinds of prizes. I wish the very best for the future of filmmaking and the team. So it's my honor, our honor, along with Neil Salowitz, a schoolmate of mine who could not be with us this year, to present this award to Ricky Rodder.
I have to say that I saw no one say anything, so I said, "Oh yay!" And okay. I wrote something. Sorry, I'm excited. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm so honored to be here tonight. This film comes from a very personal story and painful story, and it shows how the personal can become universal. Thank you to the Middlebury Festival and the jury, to the amazing host, Kate. Thank you, who opened her home to me, and to the Boston Consulate and Roy Yaffe and my distribution, Hedva Goldschmidt and her team. And I have to say, because I came from Israel, we can't stop praying for the Israeli hostages who kidnapped on October 7. Innocent people on both sides are suffering and dying every day. This must end. We hope for peace, for life, and for better future. Thank you.
Next, the Thaddeus Stevens Award for Social Engagement, presented by Kingdom County Productions, and tonight presented by Bess O'Brien.
Yes, I just want to say that my husband Jay Craven and I, who run Kingdom County Productions, are thrilled to honor La Liga this year, which is a beautiful film shot in Vermont, and it raises the voices and the dignity of immigrants in Vermont, and also shows how they can have a hell of a lot of fun. It's a wonderful film, and we're thrilled to honor our friends. Are they here? Yes. Yes, come on up.
Next, the Clio Visualizing History Prize, presented by Melanie Gustafson and Lola Van Wagenen, who unfortunately could not be with us here tonight. They have offered their prize to 2 films this year. First, To Arrest the Midwife by Elaine Epstein, for its contribution to our knowledge and understanding of histories of reproductive freedom, the medicalization of pregnancy and childbirth, to midwifery itself, and for telling a profound story about women's activism. They've offered the prize as well to Prime Minister co-directed by Michelle Walsh and Lindsay Utz, and represented tonight by producer Rachel Shane, for offering us a better understanding of a certain type of political leader, compassionate, strong, feminist, and inclusive, and for reminding us that autocrats have not and need not always dominate the global political stage. Please welcome Rachel. Next is the Gaia Prize for Environmental Filmmaking, presented tonight by Frank van Ganspeek.
Good evening to you all. So it's a true pleasure and a privilege for Annie and myself to be partnering with the film festival, so the Middlebury New Filmmakers Festival. And I think this is our 7th edition, or the 7th year that we're sponsoring the Gaia for exceptional environmental filmmaking. But before we go to the award, I just want to do a shout out to Caitlin and Jay, and also the support team behind the scenes for really nurturing this film festival as a precious social asset. I think we often praise or have praise for physical capital and for the natural capital, especially in the surrounding or with the surrounding forests that we enjoy here in Vermont. But I think it's also, we don't actually often pay tribute sufficiently to the creation of the social asset aspect. And it's very rewarding to see this international emerging film festival catering to that element. So I think it's a community fostering event with a deep soul and offering a platform for many attendees to actually, with people from all walks of life, to exchange views about the movies they've seen and the insights they've garnered. So it would make Robert Putnam very proud of this event. Now, coming to the awards, I think, we awarded the Gaia, or the Gaia Award, to the making of the Salt Marsh Sparrow. And so the jury was very impressed with how the co-directors, were brought actually the war on the birds to the forefront, right? I think, and this is a direct result of man-made climate change and the impact of rising tides on the nesting habits of those birds. Right? So, secondly, also it's a exceptional cinematography combined with the use of silence as the suspense story is unfolding towards an apocalyptic ending. And thirdly, it's also underscoring the story both as a vessel in cooperation with the Whiteout company, which is doing the satellite imagery, and University of Connecticut, along with also being an eye-opening kind of platform to actually to showcase, what we're actually doing with our way of life. So it's really disheartening, but also at the same time very humbling to see what we're doing to our surrounding environment. But last and not least, also the ending of the movie, we are being invited to wonder where are we taking this, or where are we going forward from this point in life. And so without further ado, I would love to invite Melanie Finn to the floor. And I would also invite Melanie because Melanie is very eloquent and a very good storyteller, so I think I would love to invite her to, exchange some words. But first of all, congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Here we are.
Thank you.
And so maybe if you can share some words.
Thanks. I'm completely unprepared. So the first thing is I would really like to give a shout out to my husband, Matt, who is on the ferry right now to Newfoundland to try and film gannets, which are one of the other birds that we're doing. Gannets are facing a crisis because having gone from, unlike the salt marsh sparrow, whose nesting habitats are being disrupted by rising sea levels, the gannets, it's a fortress conservation issue in that their nesting grounds are actually very well protected, but their source of food, fish, is both moving and diminishing. So they're facing a different kind of crisis. So he is definitely like a war photographer, going from hot zone to hot zone. And the entire end section, that is the bird itself, that is him. That is his extraordinary photography, his extraordinary editing, his extraordinary sense of timing. And so I'm really honored to share this award with him. And thank you for inviting me here. It's been an amazing experience. Thank you.
Next is the Schultes Family Prize for Best Vermont-Made Film. The Schulteses could not be with us tonight, so I will announce their award. Their prize this year goes to Traces of Time, directed by Simeon Hutner. And the Schulteses gave the award to Simeon for Best Vermont-Made Film because it explores the past and its impact on the present through personal memories, historical events, and the lingering effects of trauma. Next is the Kate Hurst Prize for Human Connectivity, presented by Kate Hurst.
Well, good evening. The Kate Hurst Prize is awarded to a feature short that illuminates connectivity in all its aspects. In our increasingly interdependent world, this award recognizes the relevance of relationships between individuals, local communities, and even the bonds between humans and animals. But, I'd like to just do another shout out to Jay and Caitlin for curating this amazing festival. It is extraordinary how they've brought together all of us and all these wonderful, wonderful films, which it's been very hard to choose these awards at all because they were all so really, really brilliant. So this year's award goes to Checkpoint Zoo by filmmaker Joshua Zimmerman. Checkpoint Zoo is an extraordinary documentary chronicling the courageous on-the-ground efforts to save over 4,700 animals, zoo animals, from a unique Feldman Echo Park that was caught in the crosshairs when the Russians invaded the Ukraine. We see seasoned zookeepers and volunteers as they work tirelessly to move the zoo animals from monkeys, tapirs, lions, tigers, bears, to safety in other zoos, and even to Feldman's own personal home. Congratulations to Joshua Zimmerman for bringing this moving rescue effort to light, revealing the humanity, especially of the volunteers, who many of whom had never worked for the zoo before, risking their lives in the quest to save other species. So, and I understand he's not here, but.
The next prize is the Swift House Prize for Best Depiction of the Arts, presented tonight by Serena Kim.
Good evening, everybody. Hi. Man, Jay and Caitlin did such a great job curating this film festival, so I'm really thankful to them for that. Oh dear. Okay. Asian Americans performing classical music is not exactly revolutionary, except for Dale Hikawa, who was the very, very first Asian American woman to perform at the LA Philharmonic, or to be a part of it, and she was part of it for over 40 years. But the film Dale is so much more than that. It's about giving your total body and soul to your craft while being interesting and whimsical as heck. Matthew can't be here with me tonight, my husband, Matthew Robinson, but he joins me in presenting the Swift House Prize for Best Depiction of the Arts to the director, Justin Streichman. Making art is about dedication, obsession, and raw talent. We selected his inspiring short film for its fascinating subject, its masterful editing, and for being an in-depth character study of a true artist. Congratulations, Justin.
The next prize is the Hernandez Bayless Prize for the Triumph of the Human Spirit, presented tonight by Michelle and Bruce Bayless.
Hey everyone, in addition to thanking Caitlin and Jay, I also wanted to thank the ghost of Middlebury Filmmakers past. You've seen him, so he's not really a ghost, but we have to think about Lloyd, Commissar Maureen, who've done so much for the festival. He was the visionary behind, with Jay, starting the festival 11 years ago, and we were probably among the first people he asked to do a prize, so I think we might be the original first prize. He's very good at asking for support, so that's a secret skill of his. Anyway, my whole family abandoned me tonight, so it is just me, but Bruce is on an airplane to Alaska as we speak. But anyway, for all of my family, Seeds represents a powerful story of perseverance and the generational struggle of black farmers to overcome inequality and government indifference in the cotton fields of rural Georgia. Watching the farmers have to accost their local representatives to try to lobby to get their farm subsidies when the local white farmers had no issue highlights the obstacles they face as they tend to their farms. Starkly portrayed in black and white, and 9 years in the making, the documentary's central characters simply don't get the fair shake that they strongly believe they have earned and deserved. Watching the family patriarch struggle to get pain medication and eyeglasses after his cataract surgery draws the viewer into the world they face, but is not a political film per se, more like a poetic depiction of the singular importance of owning and keeping land from generation to generation as their enduring legacy. I think something we can relate to here in Vermont as well. Their collective human spirit through church scenes, a funeral, and family gathering triumphs in this beautiful film because it must. So we're delighted to award the Hernandez Bayless Prize to Seeds and director Brittany Shine.
The next prize is the Ralph Steiner Prize for Poetic Cinema, presented by MNFF and Kingdom County Productions. This prize goes to Manuel Acuna for The Silence of My Hands. Welcome to the stage, Manuel. And our final named prize, the Gamble Payson Prize for Best International Film, presented tonight by Joan Gamble.
Thank you. My husband and I had a very hard choice to make this year for what was the best feature international film. And we chose Tatami. If you didn't get a chance to see it, I highly recommend that you do. It's a layered movie that is set in a judo world competition, but it's really a political thriller. And the woman competitor really stands up to her Iranian culture, and it threatens her life, her family's life. It's incredibly touching. And what's interesting about it, it is the first film that's, well, maybe not the first, but one of the few made by an Israeli and Iranian filmmakers. So it's very worth a prize, and I highly recommend that you see it if you didn't get a chance to. Thank you.
Finally, we present our 2 audience awards. These awards, as you know, were chosen by all of you. For our audience award in the feature category, Mr. Nobody Against Putin, directed by David Bornstein and Pavel Telankin. And sadly, they're not with us here tonight. For our audience award in the short category, you voted for La Liga, directed by Matt Christopher and Paul Rosenfeld. Paul, this is your chance to get the bear.
Yeah, so no one from Migrant Justice is here, but I think this film was made by them too. They're a beautiful organization. The farm workers that we worked with they're just some of the most amazing people I've ever met. And if you don't know about Migrant Justice after tonight, go to their website. And if you're a Vermonter, get involved. The fight is still going, so this film is over, but I'm going to be working with them moving forward, and yeah, let's help these brilliant Vermonters gain dignity, and yeah, thank you so much.
And I think just one thing that Beth said that I think was really important is that and I'm glad came through, was that despite all of the things happening, I think we're really happy that it captured the ability to show that there is, life goes on and people find a way to, even in hard times like these, to find a way to come together and do something magical, which is what they are trying to do. And they do it really well through their organizing. So yeah, everything. Otherwise, second what Max said.
So that marks the close of MNFF 11's award ceremony. Many of you are here for our closing night film as well, The Ballad of Wallace Island, which we will start at 7:30. So feel free to take a break, take a walk, get a bite to eat, and we'll start that film. If you've already been scanned in, you don't have to rescan when you come back. If you weren't planning on seeing the film and you've changed your mind and you'd like to come back, you can still do so. If you're a pass holder, just come on in. If you're a single ticket buyer, we can help you with a ticket at the door. Thank you so much.